It's a shell of a story. I'm Erin Holly, your Padre Island neighborhood news reporter here at the Hart Research Institute, where a PhD student is looking for pearls of knowledge inside oysters. Kelly Savage tells me that her research could help buffer climate change.
There's really only been 2 studies that have directly measured the amount of carbon being stored by an oyster reef.
But Kelly Savage is conducting the first study of its kind in the Gulf of Mexico.
For my PhD, we are looking at the potential for oyster reefs to capture and store atmospheric carbon dioxide.
Savage says that oyster reefs storing carbon dioxide would be huge for their restoration on the Gulf Coast.
All of our natural reefs of Texas, we're not sure how old they are, so we have to age the reef to be able to know how much carbon has been captured, potentially over thousands of years.
And to figure out how old the reefs are, Savage studies different oyster shells in her lab.
This shell's from around the 1950s, early 1950s. I'm thinking the reefs or the oysters that I was looking at could be 1,000 to 2,000 years old.
To the viewer back at home who's going to be watching this,
okay, yeah.
Why is capturing carbon beneficial?
It can provide a lot of services for the coasts in general. And then also, at the same time, it can kind of start providing a natural way to mitigate carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
Some other services that Savage says oysters provide are water filtration and shoreline stabilization.
If you restore these reefs, you're also providing the service of capturing that carbon that's being emitted by cars, by refineries, by anything that emits carbon. So it's a way to, in a way, buffer or mitigate climate change.
So, healthier oyster reefs can lead to a healthier you. Kelly Savage says the next step in her project is to determine the ages of the natural oyster reefs from Galveston Bay that she sampled. She hopes to do this by the summertime. From Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, I'm your neighborhood news reporter Erin Holly, Chris 6 News.